welcome back to Chandler Does YouTube. Chandler here. And as you read from the title, this is my coming out story. My coming out story of coming out at school. Disclaimer, this is my personal story. I was lucky enough to have a smooth coming out event at my school. It varies for everyone. Oh, and if you would like tips on coming out, comment below and maybe I'll do a video. I don't know. Also, I look pretty fancy, but in reality, I'm wearing sweats and yeah, I just wanted to wear this shirt. Okay, so it all started in late 8th grade, towards like the end of the year. We had to do a project on like how to change the world or something along those lines, and we had to like pick a topic we were passionate about. And at that time, I really wanted to come out because like I was out to my friends and a few people in my world history class. So I decided to do this project on transphobia. At the end of the project, I was gonna come out to the people I was presenting to. Now, at first, I thought I was just gonna be presenting to my English class because that's how it played out. But then the presentation date was changed because I was going on a field trip with my Spanish class, so I had to join another English class's presentation time, and my teacher wanted me to present to the 7th grade instead of a couple people in that English class because she liked my project. So I had this flag. I think I chose that flag to hang up because I was doing like transphobia and a little bit on the LGBTQ plus community because yeah, and at the end I said something really powerful, and I think I was just kind of like, I don't remember exactly what I said, so bear with me. I said something like, what if I told you that I identified as male and that I went by Chandler and I used he, him pronouns? Like, what makes me so different? And it was like really powerful, and it was like, I had this entire video that didn't end up playing, and I wish I had it still. I don't know where it went. I don't know if I have it saved anywhere. Might be on a USB drive somewhere. So I'll get that to you at a later date. But it was just an entire project on transphobia and how it affects me, how it affects the online community, and how like everything changed. So at the end of my project, I think I was the last project of that block, that period, and as I was packing up and like trying to get to my next class, a teacher stopped me and she was like, she had like tears in her eyes, and she was like, I can't believe you had that much courage to come out in front of this class and your other peers, and like she said something like, I know you're not from this class, so you're not used to these people, but like that was amazing. You did a good job. And I that made me so happy. Like, it was just a little compliment. And the 7th graders loved it because they had to fill out little sheets to grade my project, and I did miss a few key parts, but I ended up getting an A from them anyways. So I think I averaged out with an A- on the project, but that's irrelevant. Over the next week, one of my friends who were in 7th grade, who was on like a different team, the middle school was split up into 3 teams. Irrelevant. So like she didn't watch the project, but some of her friends were telling her about it, and she overheard at her lunch table about other people talking about it, about my presentation, like mine specifically, and word got around, and eventually teachers that I had was like, I heard my students talking about you. And I was like, what? She was like, I think it was my English teacher that said this, was like, yeah, some of my students were talking about how their friends watched a project that you did, and she was like, wow, that's amazing. I was like, I didn't expect it to get that far around the school, that the entire 7th grade was talking about me, and a lot of people in my grade at the time were talking about me, and people were coming up to me like, yo, do you want me to call you Chandler now? And I was like, yeah, that's what I'd like. And they're like, okay. And like, it was just so easy that like I didn't have to explain to anyone like why. They were just like, okay, you're now Chandler and you're a guy. And I was kind of like accepted into that gender like like that so easily. And it was an amazing experience. It's insane. And now a lot of people, like, I'm more out to the majority, like my Instagram, all of them have my pronouns in the bio, and everyone calls me Chandler now. Some of my teachers use my pronouns because I'm actually, funny story real quick. My Spanish teacher, at the beginning of the year, we had to pick names, Spanish names, more common names in Hispanic countries or wherever. And I chose Nicolas because it was one of the top names. I couldn't think of one. My Spanish teacher was like, you know that's a guy's name. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like, okay. And then now, just a couple weeks ago, I heard her use my pronouns, my he, him pronouns in front of the class. And I was like, I didn't come out to you, and I don't think my guidance counselors send out letters or emails to any of my teachers because you're really the only teacher that uses my pronouns. My world history teacher, he doesn't really try because I think he's unsure, but he doesn't use any pronouns for me. He'll just be like, oh, it's Chandler's, or Chandler said. And even in that sense, he's just kind of unsure, and he doesn't want to use feminine pronouns, which I don't know, I feel like good about that. Like, I know that's weird, but like, at least he kind of knows his idea. Anyways, yeah, that's my coming out story. It wasn't really that much, but yeah, you can find amazing ways to come out, and even staying closeted is fine until you feel confident enough to come out. That's totally fine. Coming out to a friend group, only, totally fine. Like, you do what makes you comfortable. If you get the opportunity to come out and you really, really want to, take it. Changes everything. Yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you later, loves.